All right, welcome to another film breakdown. I appreciate all you guys subscribing. 600 subscribers. It's awesome. Started this back in February, late January maybe, and I had like 50 subscribers doing the very end of Duke's regular season last year. To see the growth of the channel, it's all credit to you guys. I'm so happy you guys enjoy these film breakdowns, and I'm thinking about doing more film breakdowns now that college football season's winding down. I think about doing film breakdowns of other basketball games, right? Like Duke's, obviously, I'm going to continue to do, but there's other big games I would like to break down and try and grow the channel. So give me some feedback in the comments if you think it's a good idea, if you'd watch those. If not, it's okay, but just something I'm brainstorming. But we're going to get right to this breakdown. A big win by Duke, 69-55. Look, it wasn't pretty, right? But I love a good old fashioned rock fight on the road. You're the underdog, and you go on the road and play just a tough, grinded out game, and you win by double digits. Won by 14 on the road in a hostile environment, and you didn't play your best ball. That's scary. That's the type of team that I can pull for. That's the type of team that has some dogs. We don't have our A game. We're going to bust you in the mouth, and that's exactly what Duke did against Arizona for 40 minutes. For 40 minutes. Arizona does start first, though, with a bang from three. They haven't shot well from three this season, but hit a three there, and you can just tell that place is jumping. That place was jumping. And then going into Cooper Flagg, a lot of contact, but Maliq stays with it, and he has been so good for Duke early on this season. He was fantastic for Duke in the first half. Hits the roll man, Cooper Flagg, and the refs just let this whole game, they swallowed their whistles. They let the boys play around the rim on both sides of the ball, or both sides of the floor, and no foul there. Maliq might even got fouled there, but Duke went up strong. And then just a post feed on a mismatch, size-wise, Cooper Flagg against Caleb Love. Love gambles, and it leads to 2 points. And Caleb Love's going to be a guy we're going to be talking about a lot in this breakdown, especially defensively. Like if you watch the Kentucky breakdown, I talked about Andrew Carr, Austin Carr. I always get his first name mixed up. Talked about Carr and Kobe Brea being parking cones basically on defense. Well, Duke exploited Caleb Foster. I knew that was going to happen. Caleb Love on the defensive end. And that's not going to be the first time I'm going to call Caleb Foster Caleb Love and vice versa. Here's a hell of one more by Tyrese Proctor hitting Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg has struggled from three this year, but I love that shot for him because he's catching it with momentum. He's catching it with momentum going forward, so he's catching rhythm, catch and shoot it, let it fly, keep it high. Big shot. Here he gets surprised on a pass by Caleb Foster, and I was surprised by the pass. So what do you do when you don't know what to do? Go into ball screen action. Dribble handoff, and then Caleb Love just playing very lazy defense, goes under the ball screen, and leads to a three by Tyrese Proctor. There's nothing to it right here, right? Like this ball catches Cooper Flagg by complete and utter surprise, and Duke still gets an open three. Like, all right, why do I have the ball? Who messed up? Let's just go ball screen action. Okay, Caleb Love. Tyrese Proctor has been lights out for Duke behind the three-point line this year. Why are you going under that ball screen? Duke says thank you. But there's no reason you go under that ball screen. And here's one thing Duke's done all year. Just pick sixes going the other way on baseline out of bounds. Seen Sion James do it. Maliq Brown's done it. And now Cooper Flagg. And again, leads Tyrese Proctor hitting a triple. Catch and shoot guy. Tyrese Proctor's been phenomenal from behind the line on catch and shoots. Knipple there just gets called ball watching. Hell of a block by Cooper Flagg to bail out his teammate. But here, Knipple is not ball watching, he's screen watching. So look at his eyes. He is looking for that screen. I try to pause that a little too late. He is looking for that screen, which is fine, but you can't look that long. He's looking to fill for that screen, but the veteran play by Zero here, he's rejecting because Knipple is not looking, blows by the initial guy, but here comes Cooper Flagg to save the day. Put the cape on, hell of a block. And then, God, I love this action by Duke. 5 out motion. Yes, Malik Brown can't shoot. So what? So I don't know why Arizona's guarding him this close, but even so, he can pass. So even if you sag off, he's going to pass over top of you. Here, looks like it's going to be a guard to guard exchange or guard to guard screen. Looks like Sion setting a back screen for Knipple. You will see this action actually happen in the second half where Duke sets the back screen for the guard. But here, Sion James slips it. Looks like he's setting the screen. He slips it. Pocket pass, dunk. Great action. Great action. Shire has that play all the time for Duke, and he's running it so many times this season, and it's worked. How many times have we seen Maliq Brown make these type of passes so early in the season? Here, Foster tries to get through. Pretty good contest, but tough mid-range shot. Tough shot there by Arizona. I thought it was pretty good defense, but Zero was lights out early. I'm drawing a blank on his name. And there, just active hands by Tyrese Proctor. Proctor has been so underrated for Duke this season. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, something like that in the first half of this game. I think he finished with that also, but he also picked up a cheap early third foul in the second half, kind of threw off the rhythm for him the rest of the second half. And I think he picked up his fourth too. But he has been very underrated for Duke this season. I've been very impressed with Tyrese Proctor, and this is what he's been doing since he's been at Duke. This guy can guard. He can guard. Just look at that. Active hands and give me a Proctor punch. A Proctor punch. What do you have? 3 of those last year? I feel like you'll have more than 3 this year. Just setting the tone defensively for this team is Tyrese Proctor. Here, and 1. Again, nothing to this, right? Like nothing to this. It is ball screen action, but Shire has Cooper Flagg as the ball handler in this ball screen action. You're going to see in the second half is post and post guarding Cooper Flagg and Maliq. Here it's guard and post. Guard just gets hit by the screen, doesn't fight over, and it's either a hard hedge or a miscommunication of a switch because regardless, 2 guys are on ball that should not be on ball for Arizona. Leads help side in no man's land, so he's trying to save the day, tries to attack the ball. Maliq does a very good job of keeping the ball high, leads to an and 1. But yes, help side got the foul, 3-point play, but no, it's not his fault. There's miscommunication up top, and it leads to a 3-point play. Like, there's no reason for this to happen because Lewis can get through that. I don't know why he stopped. And then the hedge is just way too high up, unless, again, he was trying to switch. Miscommunication, regardless, by Arizona, leads to a 3-point play, and you leave your guy in no man's land. And Del Orso could have gotten there a little earlier, but still, that's a tough play for him. Here, box out. Duke should have boxed out. Arizona got an offensive rebound. Leads the country in the offensive rebounding coming into this game. Duke did a very good job keeping them off the offensive glass. But here, to set this all up, go back farther, Duke gets miscommunication. Duke has miscommunication here on guard to guard. And yes, Duke's had this happen to them so sometimes this season, but like the Wofford game, I clipped it. People like shared it and stuff on Twitter. By the end of the day, Wofford scored 35 points. And then Arizona gets an open look right here, but they only scored, 55 points. Like, it happens against Duke, but these lapses aren't as much common as they seem to be. But here, miscommunication by Caleb Foster. Caleb Foster thinks this guy's going to go set a screen on Proctor, so he's thinking switch, right? Well, they go screen that. They go screen into a handoff. Foster is cooked, and now Maliq is cooked because Maliq has to go out and contest this. I went a little too far back. It's my fault. Maliq has to go contest this, so who's the guy that's going to get the offense rebound? Well, Maliq's guy's going to get the offense rebound because he showed it off Proctor. So he gets it, and he goes up strong and finishes. So a lot happening there. And then Knipple, that is unfortunate for you, buddy. I have been in this situation. I've been in your shoes many times. I was a 3 and no D guy in college, and this is why. This was my worst nightmare. Help side, quick pass. Me and you are on an island. You jab step, I'm cooked. He just gets cooked right there. And then a 3-point play. is unfortunately the cherry on top as Lewis finishes. But I've been there so many times, off balance, quick rip, because you don't want to get beat going baseline. So Knipple just oversteps, tries to recover, and one. I've been there too. Been there too. It's not fun, but you'll learn. You'll learn. Here's a turnover by Mason Gillis, but I might be in the minority, but I think it's good. I think it's a good pass by Mason Gillis. Here's why. I think Maliq Brown should have called it later in because look, he's attacking help side. He is going in here to facilitate. Jump stops, under control. There's three guys around him. He does a really nice job of having a wraparound pass, to Maliq Brown by number 30's hips. Look at that. Ball is out right in Maliq Brown's chest. Just Maliq Brown wasn't expecting it. Maybe he threw it a little too hard. If he did that, then I'd blame more on him. But good read. But now Arizona's going the other way, and this is one of Caleb Foster's three. See, I told you I was going to do it. One of Caleb Love's three makes on the game. He was 3 of 13. Like when he misses his first shot, Caleb Love misses his first shot, feels like he shoots 3 of 13. When he makes his first look, feels like he's going to shoot 10 of 13. Sorry, I keep coughing over here. So here is, again, it is a screen. It looks like it's a screen or rub screen by Cooper Flagg to Knipple. And then Knipple's going to come off a down screen by Maliq Brown. But all this is setting up 5 out. So he's coming off, but he's not trying to get this pass. It is strictly a pass for Maliq Brown. He catches it top of the key. Same exact action as before. Sion James is going to slip this, and Caleb Love is falling asleep here because he thinks it's guard-to-guard screen, so it's a switch. But his guy says, hello, it's a slip, and now Sion James puts 2 guys on a poster. This action that Shire is running, 5 out, Maliq Brown, is really good stuff. Really good stuff. Guard-to-guard, miscommunication, put him in the rim. Put him in the rim. Miscommunication there by Duke. Leads to an open look by Arizona. Duke was just kind of scrambling there and led an open 3. Now, where are you going to draw up? We're X's and O's guru that people want Shire to be. What are you going to draw up? Let's just do a down screen for your best player to go ISO on the right elbow. How will that work out? I'll say work out pretty well. Say that work out pretty well. Nothing to it. Just, hey, ISO, give Cooper Flagg some space. Give him a down screen to get open. He attacks left side. Defender's out of position. He overcommits to the right, to the left, so Cooper spins right, goes right hand off the right foot off the glass. That is tough. That is tough. I got to see that again. I got to see that again. Just catch, size him up. Size him up. 1, 2, spin. That is a tough move. And I love that Shire wrinkles that in. I love that Shire wrinkles that in. Go screen, slip screen by Maliq Brown. Hell of a take by Knipple. Hell of a take by Knipple. Go back a little bit further. So nothing there for Proctor. He throws it to Cooper Flagg, and Cooper Flagg's throwing this right to Knipple, and he's going to set a ball screen. Caleb Love, again, I told you I'm going to call his name out a lot defensively. He over closes out. He look at his feet. He is just blown by immediately. Knipple, go up strong. Go right into the chest of the big fellow. Right into the chest of help side defense. Tough finish by number 7. Tough finish by Knipple. Again, who was guarding ball? Number 1, Caleb Love. Duke went right after Love this whole game, just like Duke went after Brea with Kentucky. They did it with Caleb Love here. Go screen by Maliq Brown. Get out of there. Caleb Love expecting screen, falls asleep. Sion James has the angle. Nothing to it. Nothing to it except for a go screen. You're getting a lazy defender to play lazy. He recovers decently, but he gave Sion James the angle to the glass, and he finishes. And here's good defense by Arizona. initially Knipple makes the right read, right? Duke has Arizona a little off balance, blows by his guy, but what's his name? Townsend? Number 4 makes up for it. Doesn't go for the ball fake. When he doesn't go for the ball fake, Knipple probably should have spun out and passed. Instead, he tries to still go up and gets it blocked, and it leads to jump ball. Knipple had his moments of struggle, but you know what? This dude just grinds. He grinds, and it pays off, and you'll see later. Go screen again by Duke. Should have been an and one. Good finish by Cooper Flagg. A team that does so many ball screen actions that Duke does, teams are going to think, hey, this screen, we're going to switch this. But when you do it so many times and you wrinkle in slips every now and then, it leads to advantages. Like, look, they're expecting a switch. Instead, ball defender still has to guard ball, but he's giving up the angle to Cooper Flagg driving, and he finishes. It's just high percentage. It's just orchestrated pickup, but like in the best way possible for me. And here, guy goes under the screen against a shooter. Shooter is a little loose term. I know Foster's been struggling this year, but I love the confidence. A big-time shot by Foster because, look, at the end of the day, even if he's been struggling, your guy goes under and you've been practicing these reps all year, all offseason, then you pull that. You shoot that thing and you let it fly, and he did with no hesitation. He hits a big shot for Duke. Tough first half for Caleb Foster, but a good second half for Foster. A good second half, like big-time shot. Guy goes under the screen, burn him. Here, Knipple kind of forces that, but tell you what, again, dude struggled in the first half, kind of like Caleb Foster. Hits a big 3 for Duke. First double-digit lead of the game. But it wasn't just Knipple. It was most Duke guards in this game. I thought, like, you have Common here for a lob, too. Like, 30, if the big fella commits to you, that's just throw up the front of the rim. There's no help there for Common. So just throw that thing up in front of the rim and let the big fella go get it and dunk it. So instead, Knipple forces one, and he probably knows. But you know what? He probably knows in that exact moment. But you know what? The ball is still alive. Who comes down with it? Number 7 does. And who's going to pull that thing? Number 7 will. Knipple for the triple. Sion gets in trouble right here. Leads to a transition bucket by Arizona. Just got in too deep there offensively. And then Arizona's cramping. Look, I just think it's unacceptable for a team like Arizona to be cramping this early in the season. I just think you got to get in better shape, you know? As a Duke fan, that never happens. All right. This is where we talked about the first half. Sion James had 2 dunks. One was a poster. This is the same exact action, right? It's 5 out. Instead of Maliq Brown at the top of the key, now it's Common. But this time, there is no slip by Caleb Foster, who was Sion James. Said this is a down screen by Mason Gillis. Leads to a dribble handoff. Foster probably should have shot this. He didn't, but that's probably the read, right? Like, he probably should have shot that. He's open. Instead, he attacks. Again, look, Common's there for the lob, right? Like, throw it up. Throw it up, make him go get it. He can go get it. He can catch it. He has good hands. Even if you don't throw that up, look at the help side defense collapsing. Kick it to Cooper Flagg, who would want more to Sion, or if you don't want that, then throw that skip to Sion. But help side does their job and forces Caleb Foster to shoot a tough runner. But, again, shout out Caleb Foster staying with it and tips it in. So, in case you guys are wondering, hey, if Sion James does not slip that action, what does it look like? Well, it just looks like this. Turns into a dribble handoff. Could have been a shot. Could have been a lob. Still results in 2 points for Duke. And I talked about in the first half, Cooper Flagg has the ball handler and ball screen action. It was guard and big, and it led to, what was it, a pass to Common. It was an and one. Yeah. Now it's big to big, a big guy guarding Cooper Flagg in ball screen action. What are we doing? What are we talking about? That's just, I don't know what Arizona's thinking there. You cannot have a big fella guard Cooper Flagg that far out. Even if it was one-on-one ISO, like, that honestly would be worse. But, like, No big fella knows how to get over a ball screen or play through a ball screen. So that leads to a runway for Cooper Flagg. I just can't believe there's two big guys playing on the court together in the year of 2024. I thought we were done with those. But Cooper Flagg makes them pay the price with the finish. And Common does a really good job here of setting the screen and getting out of the way. Like he's just getting out of the way, and 30 can't go off Common because that's a dump down or a lob to Common. But hey, Duke will take an easy two on a simple ball screen action because you have two bigs guarding ball screen. Here, Caleb Love misses, but Common's on the ground, Maliq is on the ground, and offensive rebound leads to a three. It's a dagger three. So Caleb Love, 3 of 13. 2 of his makes were clean looks. I can't remember the other one. Now it looks like Arizona is icing ball screen here, or at least in drop coverage of the ball screen. I'm sorry. But still, does not matter. Just Duke was toying with them in ball screen actions. Slipping the screens, using the screens. You can throw drop coverage against Duke or against ball screens. It does not matter. Like ball screen action, drop coverage. All right, well, short roll this. Cooper Flagg short rolls. Catches at the free throw line. Nobody's in front of him. Take off. Finish. Just simple basketball is good basketball. I need to put that on a shirt. Simple basketball is good basketball. Here, good fight by Maliq Brown. This is where Cooper Flagg's aggressiveness kills him sometimes. Like Maliq Brown's got him. No need for you to come in this picture. He's assuming the guy's going up. He leaves his feet. Good job by Arizona's big guy to stay level. Finds a guard. One more leads to an open three. All because Flagg, all this initiated by Flagg just jumping in the picture there. I didn't go far back enough. Sorry. This is so hard sometimes. All because Flagg is just trying to cheat this. So when he cheats that, now Tyrese Proctor's doing his job, a really good job of cutting off the dump down pass if the guy would have thrown it to Flagg's guy. Instead, catch one more. Proctor gets a three in his eye, but that's not on Proctor. It's just Duke was off balance there. So here, Arizona threw a wrinkle in, going against with this press, and I'll give them credit, but I'll give Shire his flowers here because Caleb Foster's in the game. Duke did not have a good look or struggled against this zone, so he subs in Sion James. Sion James comes in, and this is the first possession with Sion James in the backcourt against this press. Just coming up, catches and knows exactly where to go with that ball right away. Easy 2 points. Doesn't play with it. Like catches and rip. Catch. Caleb Love's going to come up to me. Okay, well, look who's wide open in the middle. Hits him. Hard chest pass. Easy 2. Big bucket. Good substitution by Shire. What did I say earlier in the first half? Tyrese Proctor, defensively, for this team, has been phenomenal for his 3 years at Duke. Or now his third year in Duke. Look, guy drives, lockdown. Make him pick up his dribble. What a possession here by Duke defensively. Nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Active hands by Proctor. Corner three, shot, air ball, go out and go. That type of possession ranked home team has against Duke on the road. Duke is on the road, home team, down 9, needs a bucket. And this is the type of offense and type of look you get against Duke's defense. I love it. I love getting in rock fights, and I love winning ugly basketball games. Says a lot about your team when you can pull one of these out on the road by double digits. Good take there by Knipple. Big shot by Flagg. Again, Flagg, when he catches it in rhythm and has some juice in him, that shot looks pretty. It looks good. It's when he's stiff. Like when he's stiff, that ball just comes off weird. But here, Knipple, triple threat, attacks, help side, now in the sucker hole. He is too deep in that sucker hole. Catch and shoot, bang. Big shot by Flagg. Good play by Knipple setting that up. And then Caleb Love, 16 seconds on the shot clock. Been struggling all game. All game. And this is the look. You didn't even come off of that the right way. You have no forward momentum for this shot. I bet this shot doesn't hit rim. I mean, anybody could have saw that coming. I knew that ball was going to be off live. Why are you shooting this shot? You have no forward momentum. Your momentum is going to the backcourt. Why are you shooting that? But give Arizona credit. Number one offensive rebounding team in the country. Hits a three. An open look on second chance points. But Caleb Love, man, you really were just costing your team with these shot selections and your defense. Like, that's just not a good look. And then Duke just off balance and nobody closed out. I wish Common would at least ran out to make something happen. But anyways, now Love's here. A good drive and a good finish. I think it's a good defensive possession by Proctor and by Duke, right? Like, play this thing to its entirety here. Dribble handoff. See how they switch the dribble handoff? It always seems like I'm criticizing Duke or pointing out the mistakes of miscommunicating guard to guard. Here's a guard to guard exchange with Proctor, Foster. They do it fine. They do it well. Looks like it's a dribble handoff instead. It's passed back to the guard. Maliq Brown, really good job of showing and recovering. Makes Caleb Love pick up his dribble. Maliq Brown is getting back. Tyrese Proctor is tagging Maliq Brown's guy, which he's supposed to do to make sure that pass won't be there. So Caleb Love has to go out to Proctor's guy. Proctor active hand. Now Proctor's just a little off balance and doesn't let the guy goes to Proctor's left and finishes a tough lay. But even that layup is contested. That's just good offense. Sometimes good offense beats good defense. You see that action right away as I was talking. Again, fake. It's a slip, guard to guard, ball fake by Maliq Brown. Nothing's there. So he throws the Knipple. He's coming to set a ball screen. Big fella's going to pass. And he's going to screen away. Sets a screen. Just too much room for a shooter. Nothing to it. Just, hey, you know what? Knipple, shoot that thing. Shoot that thing. Again, same exact action. I went a little too far, my fault. But same exact action. 5 out. Khan's going to come up like he's going to get this, but it's never for him. This isn't for him. It's for Maliq Brown. Watch Maliq Brown put that arm out. Pass it to me. Pass it to him. So that a flare screen for Knipple, since Duke has burned Arizona this whole game with this action of slipping the ball screens and then catching and getting a ball screen by the big fella. Here, Caleb Love doesn't come up because Caleb Love is expecting Tyrese Proctor to slip this. But since Tyrese Proctor sets the screen for once, this is now Caleb Love's fault because he's not up there. And that's a big-time shot and a big-time play by Duke. But for context purposes, Caleb Love is down here because we have seen Duke slip this action 3 times in this breakdown, maybe 4 times in this breakdown. And now Caleb Love is anticipating a slip by Proctor to eliminate the layup. So Proctor sees that, sets the screen, and while he sets the screen, Knipple's guy is screwed on the screen, and he has no help because his help is in the paint, and that is Caleb Love. That is why that set is so deadly. That is why that set is so deadly, because you get dunks by Sion James. You put guys on the poster like Sion James did. You have a 5 guy like Maliq Brown that can make backdoor passes with the best of them. And then you have shooters like Knipple to get any space, he's pulling that. Great set by Shire. Duke's 5 out is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Here, that made me nervous. As a fan, oh my God, and as like an analytics, I'm not like so pro analytics to eliminate mid-range. You guys know I love mid-range, but this mid-range shot by Cooper Flagg almost made me shit myself. Because I'm like, it's a 9-point game. You could probably get a better look, but he hits it. He hit it, but in that moment, I was like, oh shit. Duke's up 11, under 2 minutes left, and then Caleb Love goes to the rim, and that's his 3rd basket. Cooper, you just can't do that. I don't care if Cooper didn't touch him. You're up double digits. Sorry, I keep trying to catch my breath and burp over here. Jesus. You cannot do that and give a team any sort of momentum. Weird things happen. Be strong with it, floater, lay in, and that's where he makes up for his mistake, right? Give up a 3-point play. He goes and gets 2 on the other end immediately. And Duke wins the game. 69-55. Just a rock fight of a win. I love the way this team fights, and I love this whole roster. Now, will Shire go a little bit deeper in the bench against Kansas? Maybe. Like, Mason Gillis played 7 minutes, and Mason Gillis, when he's out there, is more of a defensive-minded guy than offensive. So will we see an Isaiah Evans get a few minutes? Will we see Duke utilize Pat Ngongba as just a rotational piece, maybe for like a 2 or 3 minute stretch to give Hunter Dickinson a different look as he's trying to get Maliq Brown and Common a breather? Who knows? This Duke team, though, like, I bought the stock early in the season. When Duke lost, I loaded up even more stock on this team. I love this team. I love the roster. I love the coaches. I love the battles that Duke's having early this season. And phenomenal road win by Duke against a team that beat them in Cameron last year. So I appreciate all you guys watching, and I'll see you against Kansas.